I've never been fit. I wasn't even a fit kid. A combination of bad diet and general laziness meant I was never really in good shape. As a kid I did try, kinda. I hung out with the sporty kids. I played footy and cycled to my mates' houses every day. I frequently walked 30 minutes to school instead of taking the bus, but only so I'd have an extra quid for sweets at lunchtime. I was always on the bench for the school footy team. I was always miles off winning anything on sports day. I'd eat several bars of chocolate and crisps every day. I'd turn up for football training with fizzy drink instead of water and drank over 2 litres of the stuff a day, every day. So you can imagine how things developed after I discovered drink and drugs.
The first goal I ever set myself was to be able to run 10 kilometres in 1 hour or less.
Well, that was 45 months ago, and I still haven't done it. So in January 2019, I came back to Thailand once again to try and get fit. And this time I decided to kick it up a notch and to try and sort out my diet a little bit as well, because up to this point I'd still been eating really quite unhealthily and wasn't really getting any results, and people kept saying, well, that's why. I mean, apart from the fact you keep stopping, you can't be eating chips and chocolate and stuff every day and expect to really see any change in your body. And so I started intermittent fasting and calorie counting, checking out my macros, drinking protein shakes.
I didn't eat chocolate, crisps, sweets, biscuits. I stopped drinking fizzy drinks. I didn't drink alcohol. I ate basically the same meals at the same times every single day for a year.
Before this, I had to really talk myself, please go. It was an internal battle. There was conversation that I had to have with myself every day, or I'd be trying to talk myself into and out of going to the gym at the same time. Suddenly that disappeared. Suddenly I just wanted to go. I didn't mind going.
The big turning point for me was when I joined CoFit. I'd already been in Koh Samui for a number of months. I've been training at a different gym, which is fine. It was okay. But I didn't have any classes or anything. And when I went to the CoFit, it's actually because of my brother. My brother was doing some classes there with his missus. And I went along, and at first I just lifted weights, looking out the window at them classes, and I thought, some nice women doing them classes. They looked really challenging, but I looked at some of the people doing them and I thought, if they can do them. So I went out and did a couple. And even though my love for CrossFit then went through the roof, I never really got back into running.
So I was in a very good routine. I was in a good place. I was starting to look a little better. I'm old, so starting the gym at my age, you're not going to see this kind of results you would have seen in your 20s, unfortunately. I'm never going to be Arnie, but I was able to lift more than I had been able to in the past. And, a tiny bit of definition was even starting to show. I think a lot of people couldn't believe just how dedicated I was. It was real. I was really doing this, I really did it. And then Corona hit.
So before we go into 2020, I guess I kind of have to show you where I was at. I don't have Snapchat or Instagram. I don't post on Facebook. So I've never shown anyone other than my missus my progress photos. So this isn't easy for me to do. But here are my progress photos.
These photos were taken at the end of January 2020. I'm 83 kilograms here, and this is as good as it got.
because the next part of this story takes us to me in quarantine 11 months later.
Before the corona kicked off, I was going to this gym right here every day, every single day. Even Sundays, I was going twice a day sometimes. I went to Australia for a quick holiday. Corona started. I've ended up being in Australia for nearly a year. I haven't been to the gym once. That's a lie. I went once. I went one time to the gym. And right now I'm sat in quarantine, waiting to get back to start over. And this time I've decided to take you all on the journey with me, and because I don't feel as motivated as I did last time. I've already done it, and I didn't get the results that I was hoping for. It wasn't a disaster, but I didn't get the results I was hoping for. I thought I was going to come out looking like six-packed and able to run a marathon type thing. I had to lower my standards, had to make my goals a little more realistic to suit me. I feel like if I'm showing stuff on YouTube, and especially if people start watching it, I feel like there'll be more pressure on me to actually keep going. I just document my progress, and just maybe it will be, even if it's of inspiration to one person, if one person at home watches and says, well, if that guy can do it.
So here is our starting point. This is the day after I got out of quarantine in Bangkok. I'm 6'1" and just 74 kilograms here, but I'm still rocking a high body fat percentage, and what little muscle definition I'd built up in 2019 is long gone. This is my first session back at CoFit, December 14th, 2020. Straight into a cardio class.
Went to the gym last night for the first time.
Okay, team. Everybody heard of an EMOM, which is every minute on the minute. Okay?
And pulled a muscle in my back after about 35 seconds. Oh. And today, my shoulders are very stiff. Oh, lad. You know, I'm the worst in the class by far. I'll get there. That's the 2 that I said I'd do this week. Done. Next week, 4.
Monday done.
Whew. Number 3 is slam balls. That's in that corner.
And it's Christmas Eve. Whew. Nice to come in the afternoon, more or less get the place to yourself.
Bring it up, guys. We all come together. The jump squat.
It's definitely getting easier. I'm in way less pain.
Oh fuck. I think I'm going to get sick. There's the lights for it. Fucking hell.
So, on the 1st of March, our trainer at the gym sure if the mic's picking that up, but Mom. On the 1st of March, our trainer at the gym, a guy called Adam Corlett, who I would highly recommend, from Liverpool, decided to leave and to leave Koh Samui altogether. I was very sad to see him leave. He's very popular around the gym. He's a very nice guy, genuinely nice guy. So when Adam, who obviously competes in marathons and Ironman and isn't someone to make excuses, when he left, I remembered that promise to myself that I'd made, and I said to myself, you're going to get fit enough to run 10 kilometers in an hour or less, and I didn't do it. And I've decided to use Adam leaving as my inspiration to fulfill a promise I made to myself 4 years ago. I went online and I started looking at, are there any races coming up? And there was a half marathon happening right here in Samui in June, and they had a 10 kilometer event, June 13th. I said to myself, that's it, that's the date I'm going to do. And I'm going to try and beat 1 hour. Not 24 hours later, I bumped into an Irish friend of mine at the gym. Jerry told me about a 10k race that's happening in April, giving me just about 3 weeks. So I'm going to use that one as the warm-up, because I'm not sure I would run 10k even to practice for the race. Now I have to. On June 13th, that's the date, it's March 10th now when I'm saying this. On June 13th, the aim is to complete a 10-kilometer race right here in Koh Samui in 1 hour or less.